Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm pulling up the channel now. Fred's here. He's distracting me. I should have had all this done beforehand. So naturally, if anything goes wrong, it will be his fault today.
100%.
He says he'll fix it as well.
Okay.
So he's
we'll
going
hold him to that.
He's going to sew this thing for me if it goes wrong. Anyway, welcome everyone. So happy that you're here today. If you are new to the channel, my name is Becca Oaks. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. And the voice that you hear, I point over here like you hear it over here, but you hear it everywhere.
But that's where I am too, Becca.
Yeah, is Rachel, who is also an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. So we are so excited for you to be here with us today.
Like we do this every single time. I have to move this light every time.
Oh, we do. It's terrible. Well, okay, so there's a closet right here that you all can't see, obviously. And we have to move this light in order to open the door. And we never move it back.
We never notice it.
It's a thing, yeah. Shirley is still in Facebook jail. Shirley, have you gotten any indication, have you received any indication of when you'll be out? I've never been in Facebook jail. So I think I would kind of break out in hives a little bit.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like a fun place to be, though.
Kat says, hi, Frank.
Yeah. That's what they called you yesterday, was Frank.
Maybe Beck will do something simple to cut and sew, and I can make it. That is the plan. So the video is to teach you all how to cut fabric using your Explore machine. However, if we have enough time, and I think that we will, I'm also going to show you an easy way to use your machine to cut out an applique. So we'll applique. It's very easy to applique.
She's going above and beyond for you all today.
You know, I think we're going to have time. I think we will have time. Rach, you know what? I forgot to pull up our list of new members.
Yeah, I'm on it. Got it.
Are you on it?
I'm on it.
Can you let us know who we would love to welcome to the flock?
Yes. So we welcomed some people yesterday.
Yes.
Today we're welcoming Miss Patricia.
Welcome, Miss Patricia.
And she is on Facebook. On here is Patty. You will see her as Miss Patty.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Miss Patricia.
Welcome. We're so happy to have you here. And did she just sign up today? Have I sent her?
Yes, it was today, I think.
If I've not sent your welcome email yet, I will soon, which will give you all the information on how to access our cut files here at Oak and Lamb, the member-only content, as well as the private Facebook group. And so I can't wait for you to plug in over in the Facebook group, introduce yourself, and make all sorts of wonderful friends over there.
We're so excited for
First
you.
of all, I'm not wearing makeup, and I'm looking, I have a really shiny forehead.
Oh my gosh.
I'm really sorry. It's really annoying.
I'm very shiny too.
I'm very shiny.
Heather says, I love applique.
Yes, me too. Okay. I was looking at the wrong comment. So if there's anything pertinent, you can just chime in and let me know. What we are doing today, we have a video coming up, We have a video coming up this weekend, Friday, that is how to cut Benzie felt with your Explore Series machines. Now that is super exciting because we love Benzie felt here at Oak and Lamb and we use it a whole lot. But the sad part is that when we're doing the project, all of you who are Explore Series owners, Explore machine owners are like, well, can I make this with my Explore machine? We're always like, yes, but you have to use Cricut felt, and that's a little bit sad because it's just not the same. It's not as thick. It's not as luxurious. No. The color options are not as amazing.
It's very thin, and when it's expensive, it's very thin. It's like stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not prime felt.
And so now we're excited to be able to say, yes, you can. You just have to bond it. And if you don't know how to do that, watch this video. So it's coming out Friday. I'm very excited. But along with that, we also wanted to talk about how to cut cotton or cotton poly blend materials with your Explore machine. Fred is over there having a heart attack, I think. He is crafting. Fred came to the Oak and Lamb studio to do a little craft.
We're so proud.
We'll post a picture later. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And to cut material out with your Explore machine, you need, this has nothing to do with it right now. You need a stabilizing material. And there are stabilizers. There are actual fabric stabilizers that you can get. They're great. They work wonderfully. I just never have them, but I always have freezer paper. So that's what we're going to use today to bond, not stabilize. I keep saying stabilizer. To bond our fabric in order to make it cut. So we need freezer paper. We need our bonded fabric blade. Now let's talk about this bonded fabric blade, Rach.
I was about to raise my hand
Let's
because
talk about it.
when Becca mentions this in the video you'll see Friday, I did not even believe her.
Yeah, she thought I was lying.
I did.
Yes. So I don't know if you want to go overhead or not. The difference in the bonded fabric blade and the fine point blade is literally color. The blades are the exact same. They're made out of the same thing.
Now you can go ahead and look it up. It's true.
They're the same angle. It's literally the exact same thing. So
I Googled it because I did not believe Becca. That happens very rarely. She's right though.
If you do not have a bonded fabric blade, then just grab a brand new fine point blade. Now, the reason that they did this, honestly, it was really genius of Cricut because they get you to purchase another housing and extra blades and all that fun stuff. But the reason they did it is so that you could easily identify this blade from your just fine point blade. Think about it. If you are a sewer at all, then you know that there is a certain pair of scissors. When we were growing up, we knew not to touch mom's fabric scissors. Like, we would get our heads knocked off. Not literally, because I'm still here, but
figuratively.
We knew not to touch the fabric scissors. And the reason is that it will dull. If you cut anything other than fabric with fabric scissors, it dulls them. And then you end up like folding the fabric instead of cutting it. It's a whole thing. It's the same concept with the bonded fabric blade.
Yes.
So they wanted to make it a different color so it was easily identifiable. You don't accidentally grab that one and cut craft board or not chipboard because it won't. Craft board or heavy cardstocks or glitter cardstock with the same blade that you're going to be cutting your fabric with. It won't work out well. Now, if you happen to have two fine point housings, put a little paint on it, put a sticker on it, something like that.
Put some washi tape on it, something.
An easy way to identify it as well. Anyway, the other thing that I want to talk about before we get into bonding the fabric and cutting it out is what sort of mat you want to use with the with fabrics. So
I also want to mention Miss Patty, our brand new member, is here today.
Hi.
She's watching live.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was it. That was it.
Anyway, I'm so glad.
She's here. They were wondering where she was.
Yes.
Miss Patty popped on, so we're so happy you're here
Rachel,
today, Patty.
thank you. And we're happy you are here, Miss Patty.
Becca's waiting for some announcement. She's like, what else?
So the mat that we're going to be using today, I'm probably actually just going to use this brand new standard grip mat. Traditionally, I would use a strong grip mat, and here's why. We're bonding this fabric. So the bonding material is what is going to be on the mat, not the fabric. The fabric is not going to be touching the mat. So you need a mat that has a strong grip so that that material, the bonding material, which is actually papery, doesn't move around. A lot of people think that the fabric grip mat is the strongest of all the mats, and that is not true. The fabric grip mat has a different adhesive on it that makes it compatible with fabric so that the fabric lays on the mat and it doesn't move around, but it's still easy to come off. So if you pull fabric off a strong grip mat, sometimes the fibers and things that are around the edges will get stuck and it'll pull and it will kind of cinch and do things like that because the tack on it is stronger than the fabric grip mat. So they are not the same. The fabric grip mat is not stronger than the strong grip mat. It's a different sort of adhesive. However, like I said, we are going to be using either our strong grip, I can't decide, strong grip or the standard grip that is absolutely brand new to cut out what we're using today. Are there any questions about any of that before I move on, Rachel?
Someone just said it's an exceptional idea to have two different blades, one for your fabric and one for everything else that you use. I mean, just like Becca said, that was a great example of the fabric scissors needing them to cut well for a longer amount of time. It makes a lot of sense.
And I hadn't thought about it, but I personally don't hate the idea of having separate blades for even premium vinyl and HTV and versus like cardstock and glitter cardstock, because glitter cardstock is going to, especially the chunky glitter cardstock, it will tear your blade up. It will. I mean, it just does that. It's going to dull it really quickly. And so if you're cutting glitter cardstock with that blade and then going back over and trying to make really precision, fine cuts with your premium vinyl or something, it's probably not going to work as well.
Yeah.
So I don't hate the idea of having more than one even for that.
No. And Miss Caro is here, and she says, "Congratulations, everyone, on the 4,000 subscribers."
Thank you. Isn't that
you
so
all.
exciting?
We didn't do any of the work. You all did it all.
It's true. And Rachel didn't
subscribed.
have to cry for them.
I didn't have to cry.
She threatens a lot, though. She threatens a lot.
One day it'll happen when I get desperate enough.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I want to brag on Rachel. Normally I rag on her, but today I'm going to brag on her.
That's cool.
She had her OB appointment today. Guys, you want to know how much weight that Rachel has gained this pregnancy?
None. I've like gained a couple pounds, then I'll go back and I'll have lost a couple. Then I'll have gained a couple and lost a couple.
Now, before you get like in a tizzy, the baby's totally healthy.
No.
In fact, the baby is
He's ahead of schedule.
above average.
When you're a big girl, you don't have to gain a lot of weight through your pregnancy. The recommendation for someone at my weight is literally 10 pounds. That's like, if I gain 10 pounds the entire time,
and you're
that'd be
31
fine.
weeks now?
30 weeks.
30 weeks.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm so proud of her. That is so amazing. For someone who loves food as much as Rachel, and
I do
like
love food.
that's huge.
I do
There's
love
no way I
food.
could do that. Anyway, congratulations,
Thank
Rachel.
you.
Baby is fine. She had a checkup. He's doing wonderfully.
He's great.
He's going to be a big chunker. It's going to be amazing.
I'm so excited.
Anyway, okay. Was there anything about, because I know the questions come a little bit late.
Where's the best place to find freezer paper? I think this might be someone who might not live around here. They're having a hard time finding it. It seems very expensive on Amazon.
Where are they from?
Let me know.
If you're from Canada, because I know we have a lot of viewers from Canada, let me know. We also have a lot of members from Canada, so maybe they can chime in and let us know.
Absolutely.
For us, freezer paper is everywhere.
It
here
is
in the
everywhere.
US.
And it's not expensive.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it's not. Okay. So what we are doing today, I have this that I have sublimated. This is a polycotton blend piece of fabric, and I sublimated it. And this is the piece that we're going to applique with later. So I'm also going to be using Wonder Under for that later. We'll talk about that later. And the material that I use for it, I'll go into that later. First, what we're going to talk about is just bonding our fabric. Let me put all of this stuff behind me.
And Patrice says, I heard that heat and bond would work too. Have you ever experimented with heat and bond?
Heat and bond will work as well, absolutely. Let me get a brand new strong grip mat here.
Ooh, we're breaking out a fresh one.
Sorry, I'm sorry to turn my back to you for so long. But I just want to make sure, because this one is loved. We've been using this one a lot here lately.
Yes.
It's loved, and I don't want things to move. You know what, Fred? I didn't even give you your things. Do you need them? You can take them. Do you want to come over here?
Do you want to? Yeah, Fred.
They won't see you there. I'm telling you, he's an ogre. It's a whole thing.
There's his hand. He made a cameo.
So funny. Let me just take this off really quickly. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and load my blade into my Explorer machine.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm also gonna go ahead and preheat my Easy Press to 400 degrees. And then what I want to do, you can do this a couple of ways, and I've seen it done a couple of ways, and I'm gonna test it both ways for you. You can either bond this top and bottom, or you can just bond it on the bottom. So we're gonna test both ways, see which one we like better, and then you don't have to do the testing. Just gonna grab these scissors here.
I'll switch over head so they can see what you're doing.
Fantastic.
Oh, we've had that fabric for a long time. It's really cute.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
So
this is the fabric that I got for our very first craft project that we did on YouTube. Remember, it was the sewing pin.
Yes. So cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of how big that I want to make each of these. Maybe that's probably big enough. I'll just cut this down the center.
Shirley said, I have never used a strong grip mat yet.
Really, Miss Shirley?
Don't be scared of them.
No, don't be scared of them. We use them like probably, I think I use it more than any other mat. Would you not say that, Rachel?
Becca does.
I use it a lot.
Out
I'm not afraid of a strong grip
mat.
Like, honest to God, that's a brand new mat. I would almost take my heavy cardstock and put it on there.
Oh my God, that makes me physically sick
Well,
to
and
think
here's
about.
why. Here's why. If I took it off a mat like normal people, it would ruin it.
Yeah.
But because we flip the mat and pull the mat off of the material, it doesn't ruin.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Becca's got some guts. Becca's got some guts. And again, I'm not saying that like, oh, it wouldn't work. It would probably work totally fine.
Okay, so like I said, one of these is going to be bonded. Wow, I love grammar. On the bottom, and one is the bottom and the top. So let's just pull out our freezer paper here.
And Becca, this is a good question too. What would you do with fabric that you cut out of your Cricut? What are a couple things you could do with that?
One is what we're going to do today, which will be applique. Two is if you're a quilter and have, the Lori Holt patterns that I like to use, I'm sure you all have heard of her if you're quilting at all. Use teeny tiny little squares and big squares. But if you, for some reason, didn't want to cut out all of those, then you could pop squares into Design Space, size them the exact size that the pattern says, and have it cut out, and it does all the work for you. So you can do that. Also, there are patterns that you can get, like for instance, a baby bib. We have worked with a baby bib that can be cut out on one mat, and it does all of the work for you. Felt obviously would be like little felt banners or felt ornaments, bag charms, different things like that. So.
And we have another good question.
Yeah.
Is butcher's paper different than freezer paper?
This is a great question. It is different, yes. So freezer paper has a waxy bottom to it. And I'm glad actually we're talking about this. But
there's a lot of different types of paper you might think. Wax paper and freezer paper.
Or parchment
paper,
or
butcher's paper, yeah.
Freezer paper has one side that is not waxy and one side that is waxy. So it will, is my computer freaking out on your side?
It is.
Okay. I'll only ask you because I'll need it a little bit later.
Yeah.
Okay. The waxy side is what is going to heat up and adhere to the fabric. And parchment paper doesn't have any wax on it. Wax paper has wax on both sides. So if I were to heat it up, it would probably stick to my heat source as well. So that's why we're using butcher's paper only. So what I want to do is just cut this right here around the same size. Doesn't have to be exact. And then this is the one that's going to be bonded just on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is flip it so that it's wrong side up. So the pattern is down, or the print is down. And then I'm going to put the wax paper shiny side down on the fabric. Now what I'm going to do is place my easy press on top. It is heated to 400 degrees, and I'll do it for between 30 and 50 seconds. Did my computer ever straighten out over there?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. We do have a couple questions though, if you're
Yeah,
ready
let's
to
hear them. Go
multitask.
ahead.
One of them was, so with a Cricut maker, you don't have to bond it to anything.
Correct. That is correct.
And then we have Miss Christina, who just joined on the live stream.
Yeah.
And she says, what is the purpose of bonding this fabric?
So that you can cut it. So actually,
With the Explorer, you might not have seen it. We might have been only overhead. We're cutting fabric with the Explorer today, which is not done a whole lot. So Becca's showing you how to do that. So you do have to bond it.
so now, and honestly, I don't mind to just put a regular piece of material in our test cut, a regular piece of material on the mat and let you see what it would do if we didn't bond it.
Oh, that'd be great. You know I love a good comparison.
Yeah, I don't mind to do all of that. Let me iron that out really quick. This is going to be the piece. Okay, so this is the one that's bonded just on the bottom. You can trim off this extra if you want to. It honestly doesn't matter if it's just a little bit like this. But you can see it's almost like a piece of paper now. Like it's good and stiff and sturdy and amazing. So now I've got this piece, and all I'm going to do, again, shiny side is what's touching the fabric, and I'm just going to sandwich it just like this. It will be fine, just like that, and then we'll put heat on it again for around 30 seconds again. And you do not have to, before anyone asks, you don't have to flip this over and heat from the back either. It has enough heat that goes all the way through that it adheres on the front and the back.
So just to confirm, I have the Maker, not the Explorer, and I do not have to bond my fabric.
Correct, you do not. You don't have to bond your fabric. You don't have to bond your felt.
Anything like that, yeah.
Now,
that rotary blade is good to go.
If you don't have the rotary blade, because the new Maker 3s don't come with a rotary blade. If you do not have a rotary blade, then you do need to bond your fabric. If you're cutting out with your Maker using the fine point blade or bonded fabric blade, then you do need it needs to be bonded.
Yes.
I'm talking and not paying attention. Okay. So I am going to cut off the extras here.
Ooh, Becca.
What?
Will this hack work with felt?
Yeah, so I did announce that we have a video coming out on Friday that's an organic video. We'll premiere it, so we'll be there live chatting with you on how to do this with your Explore machine. So that's very exciting.
With Benzie felt, like an exceptional felt brand.
Good felt. Okay, so look how thick. I mean, honestly, this feels like a piece of paper right now. She is good and stiff. Now, I'm just going to grab this Strong Grip mat. We'll place one piece right here. You know what? Yeah, do that. Place one piece right here. And then I'm going to, like I said earlier, just put a regular piece of fabric right here on the bottom so that we can test what it does without being bonded. Okay, we'll put it, I'm gonna have to be strategic here. Hold
now,
on.
Becca, what is your opinion? Miss Shirley's asking, what is your opinion? She said, let me get back up here. Would this be good to use for cheaper felt so it doesn't mess up the mat, meaning to bond it? What is your thoughts on bonding felt, even like if you have a maker and a rotary blade?
I mean, you can do that. I personally don't mind to mess my mat up.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's what you buy them for,
Yeah.
you know, type of thing.
And then, I mean, the steps, I don't know. By the time time is money. So by the time I spend the time to bond it, spend the money on the, I don't know. I personally wouldn't, but it wouldn't hurt it to do it by any means. Okay. My computer is still not showing. Okay.
How's it looking on your end?
I mean, it's working on my end.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Let's investigate a minute.
Yeah, let's just look at all these cords here.
It's usually one of these suckers. Okay, let's see.
Did putting it in a new port last time help?
Yes, it did.
It says it's not on there. Okay, let's change the port and see.
If you're still able to multitask. Linda says, I miss why she doubled the freezer paper on one side.
So that we can test to see which works better.
Yeah, so it's just like a comparison. So we have one that's not bonded at all, one that's bonded with freezer paper on both sides, and one that's only bonded on one side.
Fred, this is definitely your fault.
Oh, here Fred comes.
It's
Fred's
just not working.
We're on the overhead cam, Fred. They can't see you even if you walk in front of it. Oh, technical difficulties.
And it was working, and I wasn't even touching it, and then it just stopped.
Yeah, it was working earlier.
That's so weird. Do you want to unplug them and plug them
guys,
back in?
Becca's laptop does not like her.
No,
and does not like to be plugged into this thing either.
I'm currently looking to buy another one. I just don't want to shell out $4,000. But it looks like I may have to. Y'all are going to have to buy some membership so I can buy a computer. Let me...
Carla, I was wondering about the felt. Pottery Barn has some pennant flags I've been testing, but stuck with using stiff felts because the maker is eating the smaller letters. Carla, yeah, if your letters are super small, sometimes there's issues. Now, make sure your mat is really good and sticky. Number 2, make sure you're using a very good, high-quality felt, because if you get like the 33-cent sheets of felt at the craft stores, those aren't gonna cut as well as better brands, even in the maker.
Okay, not a big deal. We're not really doing anything in Design Space, so it's not really going to matter.
Fred, I'm just letting you know, Kat is begging me to switch the cameras. I just might. Do you want to sign a waiver first, Fred? I'll sign a quick waiver.
It doesn't love me. I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
Yeah, look, we have more. Switch to the other camera while Fred is in frame, and don't tell him.
I'll never know.
Listen, I already told him. It's horrible. Oh, question for everyone. Can I sign up with Facebook in the membership under a different name? Shirley, absolutely.
Absolutely.
If you guys want to join the flock and you're a little bit uncomfortable having social media, we totally understand. But our private Facebook group is one of the best perks of membership, and we really want you guys to be plugged in. So you can use any name you want. We will be cross-checking with the emails to make sure that you did purchase so that you can be included in that.
Yeah, and on that note, let's talk really quickly. We are getting lots and lots of requests to join the private Facebook group for people who have not purchased. It's nothing personal. It's just a paid perk. So if you're watching this, you won't get access unless you purchase.
Well, let's also say,
yeah,
if you have purchased and you do go to the Facebook group and request to join, please make sure you're filling out the questions. Give us your email, fill out the questions properly. Otherwise, when our membership grows so large, if we don't see those questions answered, we're going to decline it automatically, whether you've paid or not, because we don't see those questions answered and we don't see that email to cross-reference and see if you've paid. So,
what did you do? Okay.
I think, it's fixed.
Thank goodness. Thank you, Fred.
Fred fixed it. Thanks, Fred.
Okay. So now that we're in Design Space, I am literally just going to be cutting out this F because this would be a really cute something to applique, like a letter, a collection of letters. Like I have our friend Angie, who does Ink and Threadology, does some sorority shirts like 80 Pi and things like that, and cuts out the Greek symbols and appliques them on sweatshirts, and that is really stinking cute.
That is a good idea.
Right? Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this. It's just a simple F. And then I'm going to click Make It. And I'm going to put on the mat, and then I'm going to arrange this on the mat where I have each of my pieces of material, my fabric. And one thing that I like to say, see how this is in the very, very top left corner, which is by default. What I like to do is bring it in and down just a little bit so that it's not directly at the edge of the fabric that's placed down. This will eliminate a little bit of heartache. Sometimes when the graphics are really close, it drags and sort of puckers or slides or something like that. So just save yourself a little bit of heartache and pull it in a little bit. Okay, we're ready to press continue. And then I'm connecting to my Explorer, and the material setting, it's very interesting. There is not a bonded cotton material setting here.
What?
I know, I was shocked as well. Also, you can't type in cotton.
Really?
Or even poly cotton. It's polyester bonded, but not. So what I use, and there are probably other material settings that you can use, but I just use the wool bonded felt material setting, and it has worked for me. So that's what we're going to do.
Let Becca test it so you don't have to.
Exactly. No, I have only done this on the double bonded, so top and bottom. I've not done it on just the back.
Okay.
And I've clearly not done it. I've never tried this on non-bonded fabric.
What if it's just like exceptional?
If it is, that's fantastic.
That's great.
Yeah. Now, we're going to go ahead. And one thing I do also want to point out, even if you've chosen a bonded fabric, it tells you load the fine point blade in clamp B because it doesn't matter.
Because they're the same.
They're the same thing. Yeah. Raise your hand if you have been hoodooed and bought both, though. I want to know. I'm not making fun of you because we also bought them both.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so I'm going to load the mat. We'll let it cut out and we will see what happens, and then we'll go to the next project thingy later. While this is cutting out, it does take 2 swipes, 2 cuts for each thing. It won't take long.
You're missing the chat. Someone's talking about Fred. And they're like, it was Melissa. She said, I think Fred is an imaginary crafter. He really doesn't exist until we see him on camera. And Fred said, oh, no. Fred is no crafter at all. And then he said, my sister's got all the talent. Well, your mom chimes in and says, but Fred has amazing blue eyes. So she's just validating that Fred has no talent.
But mom doesn't care.
But that's
because
okay.
Fred is mom's favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I must have missed that part.
Oh, no. Everyone knows that.
Well, his amazing blue eyes, you know.
Yeah. No. Did Mom say that?
Oh. Fred said, I'm just a piece of meat to look at.
Scott Yeskies.
Scott!
Scott, thank you.
Scott, we're glad you're here. We heard that you were outside blowing snow or something like that.
Did
was
you
about
get
to
a
miss
lot
the
of
live.
snow?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Scott, thank you.
That's so sweet. Oh gosh. Oh no.
In all fairness, I thought this would happen, but I just kind of wanted to share it with you.
I'm gonna go overhead. Let's.
Okay. So this is what happened to
Scoot that easy press out.
yeah,
of the way
to the non-bonded fabric here.
That looks great.
This is beautiful. And this is a brand new Strong Grip mat. You're not going to get any stickier than this. Okay. So that doesn't work. Doesn't work. Then we have this one that's bonded just on the back. And honestly, it looks really good. My only observation is that there is some fraying up there, which I honestly, I expected that to happen.
Yeah.
Let's pull this off here. And then what you do is just peel, if I can even get it with my fingers. I may have to get a weeding tool. You peel this. Sorry, I'm all over it. I can't even see. Right off like this.
Those nails are hard to do anything with too.
Right off like that. There's no adhesive left behind. You would never know. There is a lot of fraying. So if I were embroidering, honestly, doing a zigzag stitch over this, just cut off that fraying side, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Now let's take an intermission. I'm switching it to you real quick. Miss Sarah is here. Again, Sarah, by the way, we totally remember you and you found us today. We're so excited you're here.
Sarah Thornburg?
Yes, she's here. She said, how much is your membership? I looked on the website and only saw a course for $69.
Okay, so Miss Sarah, spoiler alert, right now that is the only way to get access to Oak and Lamb and our membership. So if you purchase the Craft with the Flock course, you get free access to our membership through May 31st of 2022. Now, free access to the membership means you get access to the private Facebook group, you get access to our member-only content, and you get access to our cut files, all of our cut files that drop every single week. You also get a free commercial license. And right now it looks a little bit different, but we'll send you all of the links if you want to join. And I'll just tell you, in 2 weeks, we plan to launch our website. We plan to launch it at the Fondue with the Flock event, so that's really exciting. When we launch our website, we will also be launching our formal membership. Now, if you purchase the course, that gives you free access through May 31st. Anyone who has purchased before the 12th will automatically roll in to our entire membership experience on our website.
Yes.
You do not have to purchase anything again until June 1st.
Yes, because we promised you guys that.
We promised you all that.
So even though we're getting it
So
to
you
you
will
several
roll all the
months
way in.
early, you get it.
So I'm letting you know, you have 2 more weeks, essentially, 2 more weeks
To get it this cheap.
to purchase it this cheap. After that, it will be a monthly charge or a yearly charge.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'm so excited to see you here, Miss Sarah.
Thank you so much.
It's so
for
fun to
being
see
here.
familiar faces
We
again.
love seeing familiar and new
Yes.
faces, but familiar faces are just they
Yes.
bring back good memories for sure.
Okay, so back to the overhead camera. We're looking at the double bonded. Let's pull this off here. You can see it just cut really nicely here. And then we just peel it off just like we did with the other. And let's see if there's any fraying here.
Oh, that looks good and crisp, Becca.
Yeah, there's no fraying at all.
That's beautiful.
There's one piece right here that looks a little frayed. You can see the difference. I don't know if you can. All the fraying here.
Oh, yes.
Again, this is not a ton, but as easy as it was to bond both sides, I think the double bonded is really the answer. So that just gives you a comparison. Super fun.
And it looks really professional, too.
It really does.
It looks really good.
It really does.
Really surprised.
I'm going to toss these, and then we're going to do the project that we've talked a little bit about. So I have behind me.
Jan said, is that F for Fred?
Yeah, I thought he would really love this. He loves color.
Yeah.
As long as it's blue, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the material that I used, this is by the recommendation of so many of you and our wonderful friend, Debbie Friend. This is a polycotton blend fabric from Walmart, 4 yards. I can't even remember the price now, but I posted it in the private Facebook group. I think it was like $10
Yeah, it
or
wasn't
something.
much.
And it sublimates pretty darn well. So I grabbed our O&L swirl and I sublimated onto it. And then we're going to cut a little acorn out of this and we're going to applique it on a shirt, this shirt. It's going to be super cute. I'm very excited.
And I have no idea what she's doing or how to do this, so I'm learning with you all.
Well, you know, I'm okay. So to applique it, I am going to be using the freezer paper to bond it on one side. I'm going to be using Wonder Under, which if you are not familiar with Wonder Under is an iron-on adhesive that will help us place our applique piece without it moving. We'll be able to sew it and it won't move on us.
Is it like a double-sided type of deal?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So the Wonder Under will act as a bond on one side. The freezer paper will act as a bond on the other side. So we're going to have a sandwiched piece of fabric again. It will cut really beautifully, and that's how we'll do it. So the Wonder Under goes on the back side of your fabric. So let's start with it first.
And the fabric you just showed us that you got from Walmart, that is the fabric that you sublimated this on, correct?
That I got from Walmart, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes. This fabric right here, I cut a little piece. I printed out our image using sublimation paper, transferred it over, and then I just have this cut little piece right here. So now we are going to grab some Wonder Under. I have my little mini easy press. It's heating right now. I have it on the second setting. Hold on, let me think this through. I want to put the freezer paper on first, not the Wonder Under. So let's break a little piece off right here. Again, we're putting the shiny side down. So let me cut this to size here. I am not looking at comments, Rachel, so if they need any help, interrupt me.
No. Jen just had a funny comment. She said, the phrase Wonder Under makes me think of fancy underwear.
Yes,
and
I do like that.
Well, then it got me giggling.
It got tickled, yeah.
Yeah, it got me tickled. That's it.
Okay, so the wax paper is going to go on the top.
The pretty side.
The pretty side, the pattern printed side. And it will be shiny side down, just like we did earlier. Put this right here. We're grabbing our large easy press at 400 still. And we'll do it for 30 seconds, just like we did the other material.
Does Wonder Under work on 100% cotton, Patrice says?
Yes, it does. Great question. 100% cotton is what I actually used earlier on it.
Oh.
Fiber content, 100% polyester, acid-free. I have actually not read I don't read the instructions.
Who needs labels?
Right? 100% management. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Now we're going to flip this over. Let's trim off this excess. And then we'll place the Wonder Under on the back. It will be amazing. Just like that. Let's pull this Wonder Under out. Now the Wonder Under, you can feel the difference. Like you may not be able to see, but it has a adhesive on it. And so it sort of feels textured, a little bit gritty on the side that has adhesive. So let's cut this.
How expensive is Wonder Under?
I don't know. Isn't that terrible? I didn't even look at it. I'll tell you this. I bought the Wonder Under and 3 shirts for $18. The shirts were $4 a piece, so we'll go with $5-ish.
That sounds pretty affordable to me.
Yes, and it's big. It's 2 yards. It's 15 inches by 2 yards. So, $5.39 at Joann's is what Fred
Thanks,
says.
Fred.
See,
Let's
he's not
keep him
just a pretty
around.
face. He's not just a pretty face.
Yeah, no. Piece of meat, no.
Okay, again, I have this fabric. The back side of the fabric. The Wonder Under I am placing with the textured side. So the adhesive side on my fabric, just like this. And now I have my little mini easy press. I'm going to start in the middle here and just iron out You'll know when it's adhered. You can leave it on, like if you wanted to use the bigger Easy Press and just leave it on for like 10 to 15 seconds, you can do that. However, this is just as quick and easy, and I don't mind it. Okay, now I'm going to trim off the excess here. And then we'll place this on our mat. Now, earlier, I found that the Wonder underside did not want to stick to my mat. So let's try that again. Let's test it out. Test out our theory. It's already popping up. The Wonder underside wants to pop up. So what I'm going to do instead is flip it. We will bray it down. And what we're going to have to do in Design Space is mirror our image so that this cuts properly. I feel like maybe I've flipped this while I was talking and not paid attention. Okay, I have not.
It's good to double check. There's a lot going on.
It is, yes. Okay, back in Design Space.
I can't, okay, there we go, sorry.
I am using I'm just going to use our acorn today.
Yeah.
Let me find it. Oh gosh, look at this tacky thing Animating Maker.
I think it's really cute.
Well, sorry for those of you who love cheetah print. I know it's really hot. I know it's really, I understand that I am not with it with this.
I like cheetah print.
Anna loves it.
I don't have a problem with it.
Anyway.
It's cute.
Let me find our logo. This is the logo we're using. Weld it together. And then all I'm going to do is just contour it because I just want it to be the outline. Just like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Just contour it out. And then I want to make the height 6 inches. The piece of material that I'm using is 5 by 7. So this will fit perfectly on it. Let's go ahead and click make it. Yes, Rachel.
Why are you mirroring it?
Because I had to put the Wonder underside up instead of down. The Wonder Under was on the back. The Wonder Under would not stick to the mat. And so I had to flip it so that the freezer paper is on the matte side.
Because it would stick to it,
So,
but the
it will
Wonder
stick
Under
to
would
it.
not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
I mean, like I said, this is a brand new Strong Grip mat, and the Wonder Under will not stick to it. So I'm mirroring it because the material is upside down. Great question. So to mirror it, I'm just going to click that button right there that says mirror. We'll press continue. And then after we connect, we're going to choose the bonded felt fabric setting again. Bonded. Press done. Now we'll load this and let it cut out.
Becca's craft space looks a little messy.
No, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it.
A little bit messy.
You're a little judgy.
Well, you know, someone's got to be. Might as well be me today. Dawn, don't forget to like the video. Dawn, thank you. Yes, like the video. There's 90 people here, 45 likes. Let's get that up to 90. That'd be fun.
Okay, let me clean this up for Rachel so she doesn't have a panic attack.
What is Wonder Under, Becca?
It's an adhesive. It's an iron-on adhesive that's used specifically for this type of project. I'll show you in just a second. It's like a webbing almost. It's interesting. I'm going to take off all these little pieces here while we're waiting. Now that this cut, let's see what we're playing with here. Still cleaning up, sorry. Okay. So we'll peel this off our excess. And then we're going to remove like this. Now this is the freezer paper side. So we're just going to peel it off. That wasn't the freezer paper side. That was the Wonder Under. I got it backward. This is the freezer. Either way, you have to peel off the papers off of both sides.
Okay.
You can feel the difference in the Wonder Underside and the freezer paper side because the Wonder Underside has not a sticky feeling, but a
gritty, you said kind of?
Yeah, kind of gritty feeling. You can definitely tell there's adhesive on it. I cannot get this thing off.
Romo said, it's not mess, it's crafting. That is true.
It's true.
That is true. And when you're live, it's hard to just clean as you go or to have the desire to clean as you go because a lot's going on.
Okay, so here's the freezer paper. There we go.
Well, that's adorable.
Right? Now what we're going to do is pull our shirt over here. And I have my little mini easy press. I'm going to iron this shirt out.
What type of shirt is that?
It's a poly cotton blend.
Sweet.
40% poly, 100% cotton. It feels really good. It's $4 in the kids section at Walmart. Yeah. And then...
Stop, Fred.
Did I say 100%
leave it
cotton?
alone. Fred,
Did I
leave
40,
it alone.
60?
Everyone
Yes, Fred,
knew
it
what
is
she meant, Fred.
It's 140%.
It's 140.
Ooh, Elliot's growling at someone. Okay, I'm just going to place this exactly like I would any other image in the center. Rach, give me a look. Does it look centered?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just iron this down.
Becca, I don't know what this means. I hope you do. Linda says, could we use fusible interfacing? Maybe Jan can answer that.
Yeah, Mom's going to have to answer that.
Jan,
I've
step
never
in
used
for
feasible
Linda.
interfacing for applique, so I don't know. I don't know. Mom will have to answer that.
Kat says, wow, the freezer paper really sticks well to the fabric.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is on there. Now, a lot of you are going to ask, will that just stay? Do I have to sew it? It will not just stay. Once
But
you
it
wash
helps, I'd say.
Oh, it helps, yeah.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like, if you wore this and then washed it, it's not going to be, it's not for long-term use. It's just basically to help it stay until you sew it. So I am going to sew it. I have my sewing machine here, right here, and I'm going to be using a zigzag stitch. And if you're not familiar with zigzag stitch, it's just a little bitty back and forth like this. If you've never done it on your machine before, grab a test piece of material to see how big your stitch is, how far apart it is, and regulate it depending on what you want, what look you want. Hi, Ellie.
I'm going to switch it to you because the overhead's not a very good angle for this.
Okay, fantastic. So I am just going to go around the entire perimeter of this acorn. I have a kind of a, it's the same thread that Rach used on that bib the other day, that like sagey
The
blue.
blue, yeah, it's beautiful.
And I think it'll look good on this. I like a pop color, honestly. And because this has so many colors in it, you wouldn't be able to really blend it anyway. So I'm going to start in a spot that makes sense for starting, like a corner or something. I never suggest starting like in the middle of a curve or unless you're doing a circle, you kind of have to start in a curve.
You don't have a choice there.
Yeah. And then we're just going to sew all the way around it. Obviously won't be able to see comments, so you can just let me know.
Yeah.
Come on. There we go.
I'm fascinated to see how this looks.
You know what I'm doing? Sewing all the way through both layers of the shirt.
Oh. Oh, gosh.
It's okay.
Oh, my gosh. Rocky Top Heart said, you gonna sew the shirt together?
Right together. It's a new fad.
And then Twyla said, no, move the shirt. This is hilarious.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
I would have done the exact same thing, except I would have finished strong and then been like, oh, crap.
This is called a seam ripper.
Stop. I'm going to die. This is called a seam ripper.
Hey, you know what? I caught it myself. That's impressive.
You did. Before I saw any of the comments, you caught it.
Now we're going to rip out.
Teach them how to do this.
Okay.
Show them. Show
Okay.
it to them.
Now, I have to be careful because I don't want to like mutilate this. So you just put the end of your seam ripper through and you just break it right through, just like that. Now it's easier if you have two pieces that you're like kind of pulling apart instead of just doing this. Thank God I didn't make it far.
I am cracking up.
Yeah, well, I mean, who here has not done something stupid like this? I can't tell you how many times I've sewn like an entire sleeve together when I was trying to put one on or something. It's a whole
You stopped and were like, do you know what I'm doing? I'm sewing through the entire shirt.
And done. We're done. It's fine. Everything's fine.
This is called a seam ripper.
It was a learning experience for you
Fred
all.
said she did it on purpose.
Now I need to grab some tweezers to get these little threads out here. There we go. Okay, we're going to start over. Everything is fine. It's all fine.
It's all fine.
Now what you're going to want to do, maybe remove this part and put inside. Everything's going to be fine. I'm actually going to start on this side. Just like this. He's definitely being blamed for it.
It's Fred's fault. Your mom said good recovery.
Thanks, Mom. Oh, funny story. Mom got me and Anna sewing baskets. I don't know how old we were. We were youngish, but I was old enough to know better. And I had a seam ripper in my sewing basket for Christmas, and I got it taken away from me.
No.
Because I stabbed it in the butt with it.
You didn't, Becca.
I was way too old to do it.
I was way too old to do it.
I knew what I was doing. Anyway.
Jan had to rip that. Yeah. Fred said old enough to know better, but still too young to care.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, everyone's loved that.
What?
Everyone's loved that.
Yeah.
That's what you don't get on the pre-recorded videos, guys, is...
Yeah, because we're perfect on those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All the time. Every time.
Oh.
That's true.
True.
That's true.
That's why she hasn't gotten to use the Glowforge yet.
Yeah. I don't really use the Glowforge. Becca does. And she's scared to teach me, rightfully so.
I'm letting you use it next week.
That's true. That's only because then you'd be doing like all the lives next week, and that's just not fair. So I'm just taking one for the team.
Special guest next week.
Yes.
My mother has agreed to come. Some of you all have asked about hemming pants, and she is going to come and teach us how to hem pants. So that's really exciting.
I told Fred, I said, Fred, how do you feel that your mama is going to be on a live before you are? And he said good for her. And
he says he's been on a live.
That's true, Fred. You've been on a couple, but have you really been on there like the way the ladies want you on here? No.
Okay, so just like with sewing, when you get to a corner, you're going to lift your foot up. I didn't mention this earlier, and rotate your shirt. Make sure you still only have one layer of shirt. It's a whole thing.
I would have went through the entire thing.
Oh, it just came on. This is a good live. This is how you thread a machine.
This is what happens when Becca goes above and beyond and wants to do like 3 projects in one. This is what happens.
No, it's fine. I don't mind a thread a machine. Okay.
I did this so many times that I've refused to ask Becca how she did it. So
Did
I
you
just
really?
had to figure out how to, yeah. And then she came over and was like, something's wrong. And I'm like, oh, really?
The tension wasn't right.
Oh, really? Something, what?
I can't see to thread this thing. It's so little. And actually, can I just tell you, there's a thing on here that helps you thread, and I refuse to learn how to use it. Yeah. Will I what?
Marla commented on the live that your mom's going to do next week because you said you're hemming pants. And she said, will she be hemming the legs together?
If we're lucky.
Marla, that's good.
If
that's
we're lucky.
Good.
Okay, now we have this. Now we're going to sew again. I can't wait to see what this looks like finished.
Me either. Patrice said, Becca, it's fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
I also want to point out, if this is your first time doing this, don't pick a design like this. All the curving, like, it's fine. It's not hard, but.
Also, maybe do like a towel or something not so big.
Double layered.
The wadded upness of the shirt gives me anxiety. I don't think I could do this properly if I was a like super beginner.
Yeah, no, I would start with like a square or a circle, for sure. And then a towel is actually a really great idea. This would be cute appliqued on a towel. In fact,
why don't you get one of those $250 Cricut lights? I bet you could see to thread your machine then.
You know, if Cricut would send me one, I would use it.
Well, yeah, if we didn't have to spend the $250. Free is free. Someone was asking about that earlier. Who all is going to be purchasing it? So let me know in the comments if you are going to pre-order your lamp, or maybe it's out right now. I don't really know. I don't know. I think it came out on the 27th. Didn't you say so, Becca?
I think they came out on the 27th. Yeah.
Okay. Zone.
Okay, I'm almost done.
Yes, the white fabric is from Walmart, Trisha. It is poly cotton fabric.
So when my thread broke on me, the tension also messed up. So it looks a little weird in that one spot. But I could honestly go back over it and make it not look so weird. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's look at the not weird spots.
Okay.
Okay. Like, right here is not so weird. It looks good.
It's cute.
Yeah. That
really
looks
cute.
really weird. The tension did not do well there. I guess that's why it broke.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how you do it.
Applique.
That's also how you mess things up and fix them.
Yeah.
You're
Everyone's
welcome.
learning.
You're welcome.
It was all intentional. It's just for you guys.
I feel like I haven't seen any of these people, like, because I love lives like this, but I also hate them because I feel like I'm not talking to people. I don't know who's here. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. If you have not used fabric with your Explorer and all that fun stuff, do you plan to now? Are you going to make something?
It's easy.
Apparently, is Shauna here? Apparently all I need to do is give her a time limit challenge. Did you see, because I told her she had 48 hours to make something with this.
Yes.
She did yesterday.
Did she?
She did.
All she needed was a little bit of motivation.
A little bit of a challenge. She did a great job. It looked super cute. Anyway, let me see.
Becca, where did you get the other fabric that we use for your
the watercolor
letter
one?
F? Yes.
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If you go back to, did we do that live on Facebook or was it?
I think it was here on YouTube.
Was it?
It was wild.
It was our very first project that we ever did. I had
Yeah.
it linked at one point. Hold on just a second. Oh, my computer's.
When people, because I asked about the lamp, everyone's saying you like too pricey, this and that. Patrice said, I'm not taking out a loan for a lamp, so I won't be buying it. That's how we feel, Patrice.
I love that. Watercolor fabric, I think is what I searched last time when I was looking for it. Or paint splatter.
Becca's going to hunt it down for you guys.
Latcher fabric, Hobby Lobby. Paint splatter. Found it.
Paint splatter.
I'm linking it now. Oh, no, I'm not because it's way too many characters. What? I mean, who can say everything they want to say in 200 characters?
No, nobody.
It's really hard.
It is hard. I like that you can reply with as many as you want. Like if I'm replying to comments that you guys have made post live, there's no character limit. I can talk your ear off.
Okay. Nope, I'll stick with my maker for fabric cutting. Yeah, no, I absolutely want to.
If you have a maker, please do that.
Please do, yeah.
Yeah.
A dino applique would be so cute. Yes, Shirley, that would be super cute. I want to make a banner like you made with felt, but I don't want to hand cut the letters. You don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah, stay tuned. for that felt project.
On Friday.
Yeah.
Noon Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be here.
Lorraine says, now I need to get out my sewing machine. One of our other friends hadn't used their sewing machine in 20 years and got it out.
Did you say 20?
20. And got it out to make the apron that she sublimated. Wow. Remember she like sublimated over the glitter HTV?
Yeah.
Your name is like completely left me. I'm very sorry. Very sorry. One of you all will know, I'm sure. Once I get my strong grip mat and fabric blade, I'm trying this and the felt.
And don't forget, you can use your fine point.
You can use use
a new
one.
I would recommend a new one if you have a new one, but yes.
Yeah, absolutely. A unicorn applique would be super cute. So you can do lots of different appliques. And the really cool thing about cut files and things like that, for instance, if I wanted to do like our Be Creative cut file that Rachel loves, I could make an offset, cut the offset out of fabric, applique that on, and then cut the actual graphic out of vinyl, heat transfer vinyl. And then heat transfer vinyl on top of the applique. That would be really cute.
It would be.
Yeah. Okay. Super fun. Thank you all so much for
being here. Y'all had a lot of good comments today.
Have they?
I feel like I've been busy. Becca's been busy. We've been really busy today. You've had a lot of great questions and comments.
Did we have any new friends we need to call out?
Ooh, let's check.
Let me look. I'm not seeing that. That's okay. We'll call you out tomorrow. In a good way.
Okay. I was going to threaten to cry again, but I'll wait. I'll wait on that.
Oh, can you muster one up for them?
Maybe. Yeah, I think I can. Will you come Fred, come step on my foot or something.
Becca, my hubby, says hi. He's watching with me today, so no interrupting. Hi. Hello. So,
Jen, did you see Jen's comment, Becca?
No, what? Food talk? Where's my phone? I want to pull up Stacey's hubby. That one live that it wasn't a live, it was a video that we premiered that Stacey was late to because her husband called and talked to her. Good grief. Okay. And then I said, let him know that he needs to refer to the Oak and Lamb YouTube schedule so that he knows when not to call.
Yes.
Well, I get a private Facebook message.
No, you don't. No.
From Russ.
No, you did not.
That says, I'm the hubby that made Stacey Wade late to the live today. Can I get a schedule for the lives for future so I don't interrupt the live videos? Thank you. I'm laughing.
Are kidding
Wayne is
me.
sitting next to me like, what is wrong with you? I said, please plan to not contact your wife basically every day between 12 and 2. And he said, that's Eastern, right? I'm dying. It was the best. Oh my gosh. I was like, okay, you get lots of cool points.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of cool points.
That's a good man right there.
It was so funny.
That's good. I love his sense of humor.
I know, same.
That's really good.
It was so good. We need 100% likes, Marla said. I like your ambition, Marla.
Yeah, and look, we're on 10 more. At this, 10 more likes. So if you haven't already.
Diane, it is absolutely 100% fine. Just join us when you can. Be on the lives with us. It'll be fine. You'll be here before you know it.
That's so sweet, though.
Yeah. I feel like I'm like right in my computer. Trisha says I need him as a husband. So, Russ, if things don't work out with you and Stacey.
Oh my gosh.
You have other options.
You've got a little bit of a line.
I'm joking. I'm not condoning this.
No.
Not that Trisha's not a nice lady. I need to. My feet are in my mouth.
Not that she's not a nice lady. Oh my gosh.
No food talk. Okay.
All me and Becca have eaten today were donuts.
No. We also had peach rings.
Oh god.
What?
Yes. Does he have a brother? That's so funny.
Okay, so food talk. So we have right next to us is a jeweler, and I'm still confused. I need to ask him. We were filming yesterday, and he came and knocked on the door and gave us a bag of food from Texas Roadhouse, and he said, I do advertisement for Texas Roadhouse, so they bring me food. And we're like, you're a jeweler, but you advertise for a chain restaurant. It was very confusing. I'm still not sure. But all that to say, he gave us this thing of food from Texas Roadhouse. He was like, it's this big tray of barbecue.
Yes.
I'll never be able to eat it. It's still hot. You can have it. Me and Rich were like, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So we finished.
This was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
We finished filming. We go over there. There's like a big tray and then there's a little like to-go box. And I was like, okay, well, they sent rolls. And I'm thinking the rolls are in the little
To-go box.
to-go box. And then that's a huge tray of barbecue. I'm thinking, we'll never eat all this barbecue,
Yeah.
but whatever. So we open up the little box because both of us want the rolls, right?
Yes.
Open up the little box to get the rolls. And it's just 2 little cups of barbecue. And I was like, I don't want that.
No.
It's a huge tray of their yeast rolls. If you've not had Texas Roadhouse yeast rolls and there's cinnamon butter, oh gosh.
They were hot. They were huge.
Huge, bigger than normal.
They
I mean,
gave
were
us a cinnamon butter that was like a to-go bowl.
Literally,
of cinnamon butter. Me and Becca were just so
I
thrilled.
had 2 big yeast rolls with cinnamon butter. And here's the thing. I was so congested yesterday that I couldn't really taste it. So I didn't really enjoy it like I wanted to.
No.
I'll have to do it again.
No.
And then I didn't have anything for dinner.
Yeah.
I had yeast rolls yesterday.
Yeast rolls.
Did
I
have
did too. I
breakfast?
didn't
Did I
eat dinner
breakfast?
either. Yes.
I had Chick-fil-A,
Yes.
didn't I? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But then today all we've had was some donuts and some peach rings. Yes. By
Oh,
the way,
Trisha, there was better. Don't worry.
Becca, Stacy said, back off, ladies. He's mine. And then she said, he does have 2 brothers. So maybe they're not married. So there you go. There you go.
I love this.
Yes, there was so much better.
Come to Oak and Land. We craft and do love matches.
Yes, we do. And eat a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of those things. Oh.
So funny. Those buns are to die for. Don't even eat the barbecue. No, I did not have one bite of the barbecue.
Hey, I did, and it was really good. I was impressed.
Then Wayne hops in. My husband, is he here?
No, I have not seen Wayne.
We call him Dumpster Dad for a reason. He his YouTube handle is actually Dumpster Dad. It's adorable.
It's the best YouTube handle.
Because he eats everything, and he's a FedEx courier. He works for FedEx Express, and so he doesn't have a microwave in his truck, and he's too cheap to actually buy food out. And so he'll pack his lunch, but instead of like a normal person heating his food up and putting it in like a thermos or something that would still be warm later, he just gets it straight out of the fridge. So yesterday he ate cold chili at 10:30.
Nasty.
So he came because my service engine soon light came on my truck. It was a whole thing. Came to check the code on it on his brake, and I was like, "You want some barbecue?" So he's eating like one bite. I was like, "No, you can have all of it."
Yeah.
Eat warm food.
No. First, he got a cold roll, sliced it open, and put some cold barbecue inside the cold roll, and was eating that. And so I'm sitting there looking at him, and in my heart, I'm like, "Go warm it up, go warm it up." But then Becca had just less than 5 minutes before told me that he ate cold chili. So I said, "Wayne, I would tell you to heat it up, but I heard you just ate cold chili for dinner, so you probably don't care." He was like, "No, I really don't."
That is so funny.
So we didn't eat much yesterday, and then all we've had today was some donuts. They were good though.
There's not now Golden Corral yeast rolls and their butter. Have you had them? They changed their butter, and I won't go back. I only ever went for the bread and butter.
Becca, have I told you something that my mom told me about Golden Corral?
I don't eat there anymore. I mean, buffets are a little sketchy.
Yes,
they are,
yes.
Especially in the middle of COVID. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell me later.
It's very gross. No one wants to hear it.
That's disgusting. Yeah. I have to eat regularly. We don't have to, but we do.
Yeah, we do.
Bought everything because it's not a total. I'm trying to read comments without reading comments, ladies.
Ladies. Melissa, I'm so ready for lunch. Yeah, we starve you to death when we talk about food.
He eats to live. No. Fred, tell them about Wayne. He does not. No. He just eats because he likes. We'll go out to eat, and he'll be like, "Oh my God, I'm dying. I'm gonna take the rest of this home." And I'm like, "Okay, fantastic." We'll sitting watching TV. It's not. Sometimes he doesn't make it an hour.
Stop.
Sometimes he doesn't make an hour. He comes back in. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just eating my leftovers. I'm like, those are for tomorrow.
Becca, if leftovers aren't even cold yet, they're not leftovers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It's just like he needed to take a few breaths in between the bites.
Mine loves to eat. I mean, and I love to eat. I get it.
I love to eat. Becca, I cannot think of the last time I took leftovers home with me from a restaurant. What are leftovers? Thank you, Fred.
I don't have leftovers. I'm just ragging on my husband today. I'm gonna have to repent later.
Right. Poor dumpster dad.
I'll do I normally don't eat my entire meal. And it'll be sitting there and I will want to ask for a to-go box. And the next thing I know, it's gone. Because my husband has eaten my leftovers before I can. It's a thing. So I don't ever have leftovers.
That's a shame.
Beckett, love his little heart. It's the cutest thing ever. He'll eat like 6 or 7 bites, and then he's like, "Can I save this to have it for school
he wants
tomorrow?"
to take it to school.
Like, baby, you just eat everything that you want, and we'll talk about leftovers later.
Yeah. Well, what was that one day he begged you to buy him an extra burrito from Taco Bell, or he didn't eat his burrito because he didn't eat it all because he wanted it for lunch the next day, and you were like, "Beckett, eat it, and we'll get you another one."
If you give my son a canned Coke, he will likely carry it around unopened for 3 days. Like, and he's not a big eater. Like, I don't know. It's just, he's so weird. He's so funny.
Melissa, my mom lives to take leftovers too. She will half her meal to make sure she has another meal for later. And I just don't play that game. That's not what I like to do.
Have we seen Mutton's relatives? Surely we have not.
There's not any, I guess.
We were convinced that there's not always one mouse. But we have there's no evidence of another one. Nothing has been broken into.
And when Anna disposed of the little fella, because again, we gave him several weeks to take a humane way out, and he did not. So we had to get out the big guns, the little snap traps. When Anna was disposing of him, I couldn't bear the thought to do it. Anna said he was very, very small. And let me tell you, he ate a lot of our food. So we just assumed there was way more than one mouse in here, but I guess we just had one very hungry mouse, I guess.
Anyway, that's like my husband as well. He eats all of what would be leftovers, right?
My husband, James, he's a picky eater anyways, but he won't eat leftovers. He hates leftovers, will not eat them. I personally
You don't like leftovers, Fred? He's too good for leftovers.
I'm not. I'll throw in. And see, the mistake people make, what?
Chili, things that soak.
He likes spaghetti. Meatloaf, leftover meatloaf.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of mistakes people make is putting leftovers always in the microwave. If I can put it in the oven, I will 100% put it in the oven because the oven will make it taste way better than throwing the styrofoam box in the microwave.
Ooh, Diane says she's going to WAI today to pick up the supplies for GoForge. That's the place that I like to get. That's
the materials and stuff.
Have you been before? Like, do you get to go in and see what they have, or do you just order and pick things up? Because seeing all of those acrylic colors in one spot would, oh my gosh. If you get to go and see it, take a picture. I want to see it.
Yeah. Take a little video. Sweep around for sure.
How's baby Charlie doing?
Oh, he's fantastic. He's measuring 2 weeks ahead. He's going to be a little bit of a chunker, which I am perfectly happy with. His heartbeat is fantastic. He looks amazing. We're on the downhill stretch now.
Now let's talk about this, Rachel. I don't mind a chunky baby, but if your baby stinks, I will tell you.
If my baby stinks, I can't have a stinky baby.
Because rolly, chunky babies.
They get stinky in their rolls and their chunks. No, you have to, I will be bathing my baby. I know there's a recommendation on how to bathe, how often to bathe your baby, but I'm going to be bathing my baby pretty often. I can't stand holding a baby and them smelling like spoiled milk or something. I cannot handle it.
Beckett had a bath every single day of his life until he was like 3.
Yeah, I'm not going to have a stinky baby. How about you come and bathe my baby?
I would love to. I love baby magic on a baby. Oh my gosh, it's the best ever.
It is good.
It's the best. I did sort of ruin Beckett though. He doesn't like to he doesn't like to be dirty because he was never dirty.
Yes, James
Fallon
is the
loves
same
to
way.
be dirty.
No. Sometimes when we were just dating too, James would sometimes take 2 showers. He did not like to be dirty at all. Still now, if he'll go wake up in the morning, take a shower. If he goes to the basketball court or goes to the gym or something, he'll take another shower that same day. He cannot stand to be dirty at all, which, again, that's good.
Diane says they have a storefront and need to get supplies because of our winter storm. Is WAI only in Tennessee? It's actually not in Tennessee. I've never been there. I've just ordered from them. Mm-hmm. It was so funny because Diane got a Glow Forge. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, she hadn't opened it until, if I'm remembering, or hadn't used it. I don't know. Sent an email asking where we like to get like non-Glow Forge brand materials. I told her, and then she sent back, oh my gosh, WAI, it's like
so close.
5 miles from her house or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Texas is where she is.
Becca, everyone's commenting on the baby magic. They love it too.
OMG, stinky baby of a clammy hand mama.
I can't have that. Kat, now you commented and you said you were not going to roast anybody today.
Did she
you
say that?
You said you were being good.
She couldn't hold out.
She couldn't hold out. That's okay.
The opportunity
Her fingers
was too prime.
They had to
prime.
type it. That's okay. I can't. At least my baby won't be stinky. I'll still have clammy hands, but at least I won't have a stinky baby.
When will Anna be doing wood burning crafting? I don't know actually. If Anna can do that, I don't care. One of us can do it. I'm not sure. Anna, actually, I talked to her yesterday, and she is going to be marking her schedule off starting in March to do a live with you all every other Monday.
Which is going to be amazing.
Yeah. So we've already started talking about some fun ideas that she's going to lead off with. And, I mean, I can talk to her about wood burning for sure. Becca, is 1/8 or 1/4 inch better? Or for acrylic, I normally just get the 1/8. It's perfect for everything. If you wanted something thicker, if you were going to be building something out of acrylic, like a box or something, then maybe the 1/4 inch would be.
It seems a little thick to me. 1/4 inch.
The 1/8 inch, I've got some right here. 1/8 inch is actually. It's as disgusting as you think it is just by hearing that. Yeah. I mean, this is all like cut, but it's still.
Good and sturdy.
I like the 1/8 inch.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Oh my gosh, Ellie, I forgot you were here.
She's passed. Oh, she's wagging her tail. Elliot is here today.
She almost looks dead.
Oh, she's not.
She's not dead.
She's alive.
No. So we have these milk bones. Do your all's dogs like milk bones? We give my dogs not milk bones, but we have some here. And she had her baby in her mouth. And
but what? Can we explain that, please?
Yeah,
you
Ellie,
just
where's
say
your baby?
that.
Bring me your baby.
Where's your baby?
Go get your baby.
Where's your baby?
Bring it here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on my desk. You can't get it. Okay.
A baby is a toy.
Yeah.
But yes.
Anyway, so she had the baby in her mouth, and I was like, "Do you want a cookie?" And she came over and she sniffed it and she backed off. Look, dude has your baby.
She just walked away, and me and Becca were just dying laughing. They don't like that.
Bring it here, Ellie. Bring me the baby. Bring it here. Bring it here. I want to see you, baby. I want to see you, baby. You want to jump up and give me a hug? Come on, give me a hug. Come on. Oh, do it. Oh, it's a lot. Oh, there we go. This is the baby. This is baby.
Yeah, look.
This is baby.
Yeah, that's baby.
You say hi? Say hi, everyone. Hi. Anyway.
Her tail's just wagging.
She was not having that milk bone. And then she said, do your all's dogs have voices?
Yes.
I'm just curious.
Because, what'd she say, Becca? What'd she say?
Well, she doesn't really have a distinctive voice. She's kind of oofy, you know. Anyway, she decided she wanted one. She decided it sounded pretty good. Granger has the best dog voice ever.
She does.
She does. It's fantastic. Granger's Anna's dog. Anyway, this has been such a fun live. Thank you all for staying and chatting. It's always my favorite part of the entire live. We will be live tomorrow. I don't even know what the project is, to be 1,000% honest. Is it our sublimation blanks?
Tomorrow? Tomorrow's your umbrella. No, yeah, it's the sublimation blanks. Yes. I was thinking of next week. See, because we're 2 weeks ahead now, which is amazing.
So tomorrow's live is not a project. I'm just showing you some fun sublimation blanks, but we will be here at 10:30.
10:30.
10:30?
10:30.
I'll never get it. I'm not going to promise that I will.
She's like 10:30. 10:30.
Be here tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have fun. If you haven't joined, please join. We want to have you here in the flock. Again, you have 2 weeks. 2 weeks to jump on that. That's it.
Then our prices are going up. But so is the fun.
Yeah.
But you guys get into the fun at the same low price if you join right now.
Anyway, have a fantastic day. See you all later.